suffered from dementia or Alzheimer's disease. These are very scary diseases. When I talk to patients, one of their biggest concerns is maintaining their cognitive health, being aware. Often people, when I tell people that their bodies are designed to last for 120 years, and they go, yeah, but what about my mind? And it's a great question. You don't want to just be living in a body that doesn't have cognition and can't recognize others. So that's the extreme of it. But when is it a good time to start taking steps to not develop dementia and not develop Alzheimer's disease? And a quick comment about Alzheimer's, if it's in your family, it's really only about 6 to 8% is considered genetic. So just because it's in your family doesn't mean you are absolutely going to get it. This week has been interesting for me because I've run into a friend who I hadn't seen in about 20 years who is suffering from dementia. Another friend in the past month passed away from it. He had Alzheimer's in his family. And it just sort of brought to mind that we really need to discuss this more often. So getting back to when is a good time to start taking steps to prevent these diseases, it is now. And if you're in your 20s, yes, it's now. It's not too early to take these steps. And even if you or someone you know has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia, what Dr. Dale Bredesen, who wrote the book The End of Alzheimer's, stated after extensive research is that if you catch it within the first decade of diagnosis, it's still reversible in most cases. So that's pretty exciting. So I just wanted to go over 7 things that we should really start embracing in our lives. So one is physical activity. I recently did a video on the importance of maintaining physical activity, maintaining lean body strength and quantity of lean body muscle, and that's through resistance training. So not just taking walks, but doing forms of resistance training, and you can definitely look those up online as far as the things you want to make sure you're doing several times a week to increase your lean muscle mass. And that helps with brain health, it helps with your metabolism, it helps with your immune system. So it's one of those wonderful things that affects you in excellent ways, no matter your age. And with obesity being such a problem and sedentary lifestyle being such a problem, this is definitely something you want to start now. Next, of course, is diet. Focusing on more Mediterranean diet is a good way to go, generally speaking. So this is lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, olive oil, fish, healthy fish, nuts and seeds. Gluten, by the way, is a substance, if you're sensitive to it, very associated with brain inflammation. So if you need help getting tested, we're happy to do so. But you really want to make sure if gluten is not your friend, because it can absolutely affect inflammation all over the body, including the brain. So getting back to diet, I mentioned Mediterranean diet. Also really got to get away from sugar, really got to get away from alcohol. Now, Mediterranean diet has a little bit, but overall, the recent research has said less than 2 ounces a week. So this is more like you're having a drink every 3 weeks or so. Now, that would be perfect. If you want like 1 drink a week, really enjoy it, because anything more than that is really having negative effects. So don't smoke, you probably knew that. And lastly, social interaction. So making friends, having groups that you like to hang out with, and make sure those groups are uplifting for you. So often I meet patients who say, oh, I have to go see blah, some friend. And it's like, it's so exhausting every time I have to meet with her. And that's not what you want to surround yourself with. You want to surround yourself with people who are on the same trajectory as you, have similar life goals to you, that uplift you and support you, and you do so for them. So those are the social interaction side. But our cognitive health is something that's really repairable. We used to think, I've been doing this for 40 years, and used to think that by the time someone was diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's, really, you should start talking to their family because they thought it was very, very genetically, very strongly genetically influenced. We now know that's not the case. It's really diet and lifestyle. So never too soon to start. If you feel like, I meet people in their 20s, 30s who say, I have a terrible memory. I just, I've got a lot of brain fog. And it doesn't mean they have Alzheimer's, but it means there's inflammation in the body that needs to be addressed. So if this is you or someone you care about, please reach out to the clinic. That's why we're here, and I'll see you soon. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want more on this topic and others, click here.